You ever wonder about that invisible force that shapes, well, everything? The one that builds fortunes, creates empires, and turns tiny habits into lifelong strengths. It's a power some people have actually called divine, and it's working silently in the background of all of our lives. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on that force. Compounding.
Compounding is the god of outcomes. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, right? It sounds almost supernatural. But is it just hype? Well, in this explainer, we're going to put that claim to the test. We're going to decode what makes this force so unbelievably powerful, and yeah, maybe even a little bit divine. So to really get it, we need to pop the hood on this engine. We're going to look at what compounding actually is, how it works, and more importantly, why our own brains have such a hard time seeing its power until it's almost too late.
Okay, so at its core, the definition is pretty simple. It's just earning growth on top of your previous growth. Think of a snowball rolling downhill. It doesn't just get bigger, the speed at which it gets bigger also speeds up. But honestly, that definition, it just doesn't do it justice. To really understand it, you have to see it in action.
And to really feel its power, let's run a quick thought experiment. Imagine I gave you two choices. You can have $1 million cash right here, right now, or you can have a single penny that doubles in value every single day for 30 days. Now, our intuition, our gut, just screams to take the million. But let's follow the journey of that one lonely penny.
And here's the trick. Compounding plays on our brains. Just look at these numbers. After 5 days, you've got a whopping 16 cents. Halfway through the month, at day 15, you're only at about $160. Even with just 10 days left, you're barely over $5,000. It feels like a total failure, right? Our linear mind sees this and says, oh man, I made the wrong choice.
But in those final 10 days, the magic ignites. The growth goes absolutely vertical. That one penny doesn't just catch up to the $1 million, it leaves it in the dust, becoming over $10 million. That explosive, backloaded finish, that is the raw power of compounding.
This shows the two worlds of growth perfectly. Our brain is wired to think in linear terms, like walking up a staircase. It's steady, it's predictable, one step at a time. But compounding operates in a totally different exponential world. It's a rocket launch. It looks so slow on the launch pad, but then it hits escape velocity and just blasts into the stratosphere.
Now, it's really easy to see this and think it's just about money. But honestly, that would be missing the most important point. This exact same engine of growth is at work everywhere around us. Let's explore some of the other realms where compounding is shaping our reality.
Just take a look. Reading 10 pages a day, it feels trivial. But over a year, that's more than a dozen books. You've compounded knowledge. A 15-minute walk every day seems insignificant, but over a decade, that compounds into a solid foundation of health. Each small, consistent action is like the first tiny domino. It doesn't feel like much when you push it, but it sets off a chain reaction that can eventually topple giants.
So, getting it is the first step, but actually harnessing this force, that's what changes the game. So how do we put it to work for us actively? Well, it all boils down to 3 simple but completely non-negotiable laws. Here they are. Number 1, start now. Time is the rocket fuel for compounding. The more time you give it, the more powerful the explosion at the end. Second, be consistent. You have to show up every day. Skipping even a few days breaks the chain and kills your momentum. And third, and this is the hardest one, be patient. The truly spectacular, mind-blowing results are always backloaded. You have to have the discipline to stick around for the fireworks. So this is it. This is the ultimate formula, the secret recipe. It's not about one huge heroic effort. It's about small, almost boringly consistent actions repeated over a long stretch of time. That simple combination right there is the launch code for those incredible, life-altering outcomes that seem to just appear out of nowhere.
Which leaves us with one final, very personal question. Knowing the immense power of this principle, what tiny, almost insignificant domino will you choose to tip over today and tomorrow and the day after that? Because somewhere down the line, that one small action could be the start of your own personal rocket launch.